easiest to feel the energy of the void at graveyards. It's one of those places where the veil is thin, where we as individuals feel the energy of a physical being without its physicality, and that lack, that feeling of lack, is a doorway. Doorway that we come through when we pass into this world, when we pass out of it. The energy of the void, you can breathe it in graveyards and in nature as well. Everywhere is kind of a graveyard. But because of the energy of graveyards that we attach to them, and the dead also attach as they leave their physical form over the months it takes, you can breathe that energy in after a while, after you specialize in breathing it in. After you get to know that energy, it can fuel your magic and you as an individual, as a person, in whatever spiritual or magical endeavors that you partake in. Now that energy, its feeling can manifest as bubbles along your body, pockets, before that energy connects throughout your body, before these pockets of energy that you start to feel, you start tapping into the void, you start to feel this kind of sensation in the core of your bones and your body, these little tiny pockets of energy. And then after a while, after a lot of specialization in this work, tapping into that void energy, you start to, all that energy starts to connect. It starts to open up channels within yourself. And it really starts to flow after that. It really starts to connect, and you are able to direct it after that point. And at that point, you can really breathe it in, like I mentioned. And when you breathe it in after some time, and all these bubbles connect, your body becomes imbued with it. And it becomes a part of your energetic body. It starts to be something that can fuel you. That you can become that doorway in a way that you can't when you don't tap into this void energy. Then, like with other forms of energy, you start to be able to direct it in ritual or with your magic, just by the movement of your limbs, the pointing of your limbs, the effort of moving that energy in a particular direction, into an object, around an object, into a ritual, into a sigil, directed at some symbol that's special to you or your practice. Void energy is some of the most undefined energy, because the void was there before anything else. It really taps into both the dark and the light, but it may feel dark initially or throughout your practice of working in graveyards. There's a lot of gatekeepers that we may be familiar with. Anyone from Hermes, Papa Legba, to even Odin. These gatekeepers are familiar with the void, because they either slice through reality or open wide. The gateway is already there. And just between the gateway and a realm beyond is that void, where that energy is, that energy that you can draw from. It exists in seemingly a very thin slice, but it's actually very dense. All that energy is very dense between realms. And gatekeepers, in a lot of traditions or in general idea, they may not seem very valuable because they're just opening doorways. But over time I learned with beings like Papa Legba, Loa, that gateways are between anything that you want to do, not just magic and ritual. any kind of transformation, any kind of process of becoming, any kind of higher state of awareness or enlightenment, there's gatekeepers. These gatekeepers are not very showy beings, not very prideful beings. They're beings of silence, like the void itself. They are often some of the most easy to tap into if you truly respect them. If you don't, then they probably won't harm you, but you'll notice a lot of lack of opportunities in your life. These are not beings that truly require anything from us, but a true seeker who wants to employ the energy of the void, or understands it, or understands gateways, or understands these beings, at least in some regard, that open these gateways. They know who you are, and they want to help you in your journey. They want to open the gateways to those who truly value those gateways and understand the energy of the gateway. Now, Papa Legba, who I've worked with quite a bit, I am able to connect with him and Odin remarkably well, and these are beings of gateways. Well, like I said, at first I didn't realize the importance of gatekeepers and these gateways and the energy of the void just between realms. But after working with Papa Legba and Odin for many years, there's been this silent opening. And just like that void energy that I could feel within myself opening up these channels, I felt a clear mental opening to these beings, and in a way that knowledge just comes from them into my mind, into my understanding. Without much ushering, because of my value and understanding of these things, and also my care for the process of going through these gateways. Most of the dead go through these gateways ill-prepared. That's why these gatekeepers are important, and that's why beings that travel through and help you through are important. But I have compassion for those beings that pass through these gateways, and my understanding of the void and energy has allowed me to offer to them, connect to them, and help them in ways that I never imagined before, tapping into this void energy and working with these gatekeepers. If you want to start work in gateways or tapping into that void energy, spend some time in graveyards. Do a couple little offerings, little rituals. And as time goes by, you'll start to feel the things that I felt. Thank you very much. Have a good day.